Here's some practice problems for 5.4. This first one is like number 1. We're given sine theta is 8/17 and cosine theta is 15/17. So remembering that sine is y over the hypotenuse, we can get that y is equal to 8 and the hypotenuse is 17. And cosine theta is x over the hypotenuse, and just use h. So we get that x is equal to 15. We're going to use those to find the other 4 trig function values. So tangent we get by taking y over x. So we said that y was 8 and x is 15. Cosecant is the reciprocal function for sine. So we are going to take, instead of just y over hypotenuse, we take hypotenuse over y. So that function value is going to be 17 over 8. Secant is the reciprocal function for cosine. That means it's the hypotenuse over x. That's going to result in 17 over 15. And finally, cotangent is reciprocal function of tangent. So instead of y over x, we're going to have x over y. Okay, so we'll have 15 over 8. These problems are all like number 4 through 10 on the 5.4 assignment. We are assuming that we have the unit circle. So the circle has radius of 1, centered at 0, 0. We are going to identify where that angle is on the unit circle, find the associated point, and use that to determine the trig function value. So we want to find 5 pi over 6. So that's a multiple of our special angle, pi over 6. So let's count out until we get to 5 pi over 6. So 1 pi over 6, 2 pi over 6, 3 pi over 6, 4 pi over 6, 5 pi over 6. That is the angle with initial side on the positive x, and this as its terminal side. That angle measure is 5 pi over 6. Its corresponding point is negative square root 3 over 2, and we know that is a negative x value because we're in the second quadrant, and the y value is 1/2. So using that to evaluate the sine of 5 pi over 6, we are going to use the fact that sine on using the unit circle is just the y coordinate. So our sine value is just 1/2. We just identify that y value, and that is that trig function value. Now let's find tangent of 3 pi over 4. So tangent is evaluated as the y over the x. We'll go through the process of finding that angle, the corresponding point, and then evaluating the trig function. So if we start with the special angle pi over 4, that's this angle right here. And let's count out 3 of those. So we have pi over 4, 2 pi over 4, 3 pi over 4. So initial side here, terminal side right here, 3 pi over 4. The corresponding point, we're going to have a negative x value. It's negative square root 2 over 2, positive. And now we evaluate y over x. So if we evaluate this, we are going to take the y value, square root 2 over 2, over the x value, negative square root 2 over 2. Well, we've got square root 2 over 2 over itself, so that's just going to be a 1, but one of those is negative, and so the tangent value for 3 pi over 4 is negative 1. For this example, we're going to use the idea of our reference angle. So we want the sine of 2 pi over 3. Let's just go ahead and put that on the unit circle. Initial side on the positive x, and this is the angle 2 pi over 3. All right, let's look at the definition of a reference angle. For an angle T in standard position whose terminal side lies in one of the 4 quadrants, the reference angle for T is the acute angle that the terminal side of T makes with the x-axis. So for our 2 pi over 3 angle, that's like T. All right, I'll just label that. So that's T. Our reference angle is the angle that terminal side makes with the x-axis. So we use T prime to stand for the reference angle. Okay, so T prime is this angle that I have marked out in blue. It's the reference angle for 2 pi over 3. And we can determine what that angle measure is. So T prime, well, it's the difference between pi and 2 pi over 3. So it's going to be pi minus 2 pi over 3. So to do that subtraction, we can think about getting a common denominator. So multiply by 3 on the top and the bottom. And so we're going to end up with T prime, or the reference angle, is 3 pi minus 2 pi, so just pi over 3. Okay, so the significance is that the trig value for an angle T is the same as for its reference angle, except maybe for its positive or negative sign. So when we evaluate sine of 2 pi over 3, we can say that it is the same as the sine of its reference angle, pi over 3, we just need to check out what goes out in front, a plus or a negative. Okay, so we look at our angle 2 pi over 3. It is in quadrant 2, and in quadrant 2, sine is positive. So our sine is going to be a positive of whatever the sine of its reference angle is. So I have here the first quadrant for all of our special angles, because our reference angles are all going to be acute angles. It's going to be one of these special angles. So I go to pi over 3. Sine is going to be the y value, so we get square root 3 over 2. Well, let's use the reference angle for this trig function and find cosine of 11 pi over 6. So first of all, let's put that on the unit circle. So 11 pi over 6, if we count out 11 pi over 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So terminal side is right here. So that's like our T, 11 pi over 6. We want to find the reference angle, so we're going to go from that terminal side to the x-axis, so that is T prime. All right, so what does that angle measure? Okay, well this time we have the difference between 2 pi and 11 pi over 6. So to find that difference, if we want a common denominator of 6, we got to multiply both sides, or both top and bottom, by 6, so we get 12 pi over 6 minus 11 pi over 6, and that gives us pi over 6 for our reference angle. So that says that cosine 11 pi over 6 is going to be cosine of pi over 6. We just have to see if it is the same, if they're both positive or both negative. Well, in the first quadrant and in the fourth quadrant, cosine is positive. So cosine of 11 pi over 6 is going to be the same as cosine pi over 6. We look at pi over 6 in our first quadrant, and we get the x value is square root 3 over 2, so that's the cosine of 11 pi over 6. All right, let's find secant of 7 pi over 6. So finding that angle on our unit circle, 7 pi over 6 is going to be right here. So that angle, right, we think about that as t, but that is 7 pi over 6. We want the reference angle. So same terminal side, and we go to the closest x-axis. So that is our t prime right there. So we're kind of going backwards on ourselves the way that we came to get t. So to find t prime, we're going to now take the difference between our angle, 7 pi over 6, and pi. All right, so if we get common denominator of 6, multiply top and bottom by 6 here, right, we see that our reference angle is pi over 6. So secant of 7 pi over 6 is going to be the same as the secant of pi over 6 except for the positive or negative. Okay, so secant, remember, is the reciprocal function of cosine, and that's going to have the same sign, positive or negative, that cosine does. In the third quadrant, cosine, and therefore secant, is negative. So that means that the secant is going to be negative, secant of pi over 6. So here's where we get to go to the first quadrant. Okay, we're going to pick out that reference angle, pi over 6, and we're going to go 1 over the x-coordinate. So it's going to be negative, the reciprocal of what we have for x there. So instead of square root 3 over 2, it'll be 2 over the square root 3. Now we're going to look at one with degrees. So cosecant 300 degrees. So remember that all the way around is 360 degrees. So if we're going to find this angle, we want to go almost all the way around, but stop about 60 degrees short. So that angle right there, t, is 300 degrees. So we want to find the reference angle. It's going to be this angle right here. To get that measured, right, we want the difference between 360 and 300. So t prime is 60 degrees. Now, we want to translate that to our radians. Well, 60 degrees is the same as pi over, hopefully you know the answer, 3. So cosecant of 300 degrees is going to be the same as cosecant of pi over 3, except for maybe the plus or minus out in front. Cosecant is the reciprocal function of sine, so we need to look at what sine is in the fourth quadrant. Well, sine goes with y, and that's going to be negative. So our cosecant is going to be a negative value of whatever cosecant of pi over 3 is. So we want the reciprocal of the y value that corresponds to pi over 3. So it's square root 3 over 2 is the y value. So take the reciprocal, we flip that, and we get negative 2 square root of 3. So we want to find the cotangent of 150 degrees. So if we find that on the unit circle, we are going to rotate around to 30 less than 180, which is right here. So that's going to take us here. There's our angle, 150. So to find the reference angle, we're going to go from that terminal side to the x-axis. Okay, we want to find that angle measure. So t prime is going to be the difference between 180 and 150. So t prime is 30 degrees, which in terms of radians is pi over 6. So to find cotangent of 150, it is going to be the cotangent of that reference angle, pi over 6, and we need to figure out if it's positive or negative. So we have an angle that's in the second quadrant. Cotangent is negative in the second quadrant. It's the same as tangent. Actually, that's what I should have talked about. Cotangent is the reciprocal function to tangent, so it's going to be the same. Tangent is negative in the second quadrant because it's x over, or y over x, and y is positive, x is negative, so it ends up being negative. So we're going to have negative cotangent of pi over 6 for our trig function value. So taking a look at pi over 6 over here, we're going to take, because it's reciprocal, we're going to take x over y and put a negative out in front. So negative square root 3 over 2 divided by 1/2. So that's like negative square root 3 over 2 times the reciprocal 2 over 1. And those 2's are going to cancel, and we end up with a negative square root 3 over 1, or just negative square root 3. All right, let's find the tangent of 225 degrees. On the unit circle, right, we're going to go past 180, and this is one of those multiples of 45 degrees. So it's going to be to right here. There's 225 degrees. And the reference angle is going to be this angle right here. So we'll call that T prime. So T prime, to get that, we're going to take now the 225 because it's greater than 180 and subtract the 180 from it. And so that reference angle is 45 degrees, which is pi over 4. Okay, tangent 225 is going to be equal to the tangent of pi over 4, its reference angle. We want to figure out if it's the same sign, positive or negative. So in the third quadrant, tangent is positive because it's y over x, and both are negative, so it ends up being a positive. So tangent 225 is going to be the same as the tangent of its reference angle. All right, so tangent is going to be y over x. So taking y, square root 2 over 2 over x, the same thing, square root 2 over 2, we end up with 1. So tangent is 1.